a SkyTrain line to UBC. It's a thing a lot of UBC students want, for obvious reasons. Here is a chart. The 4 busiest buses in all of Metro Vancouver end at UBC. The B line has doubled the ridership of the busiest non-UBC line. And while this Millennium line is being extended, when it's done in 2027, it will still end at Arbutus. Now, TransLink believes bus service will be at full capacity as a result, even when that new extension is done, which is why there's a new push for a new extension all the way to campus.
It's a win-win-win. We should get on with it and invest the capital now.
That is Vancouver Councillor Lucy Maloney speaking at a UBC rally in support of the SkyTrain. On Wednesday, she put forward a motion at Council, calling for the city to lobby the province to fund and plan an extension to UBC faster than the current timeline. But this in some ways is a very old story, so old that some reporters have been reporting on a UBC SkyTrain extension for 17 years. So why has this gone on long enough to develop grey hairs? There are a few different reasons. One is competing priorities. Metro Vancouver has 21 municipalities. Those municipalities are in charge of TransLink's long-term priorities through the Mayor's Council, and not everyone is on board.
I find it very tone-deaf when you consider the number of SkyTrain stations and the billions of dollars in investment that places like Vancouver and Burnaby have already received, when the vast majority of growth in our region is actually taking place south of the Fraser River.
That is Delta Councillor Dylan Kruger, who is pushing for better transit between his 3 communities of Ladder, North Delta, and Swazen. Which isn't to say both can't happen, but one of the reasons why the current extension only goes to Arbutus is because it was a compromise, so money would be available for other regional ones, like a new Patello Bridge or the SkyTrain line to Langley. Another reason is the geography and culture of the region it would pass through. The line would have to go significantly uphill to UBC. UBC doesn't have its own local government, and UBC students have traditionally been in support of the project, but the response from people in Kitts and West Point Grey has been more mixed.
Residents matter, which seems to be glossed over so much of the time. People enjoy living where they're living and are not excited about being displaced.
Based on past polling data, former councillor and mayoral candidate Colleen Hardwick speaks for many in West Point Grey and Kitts. Added up, and there's a lot of small issues that make the line more complicated than just connecting 2 municipalities across a flat stretch of land. But the biggest issue might be money. Rapid transit costs money, and in Metro Vancouver, it costs more than ever before. Here is a chart. While the Expo line costs less than $100 million per kilometer in today's money, the Millennium line will cost 5 times that. Now, that isn't to say that the line can't happen. In fact, the government has been putting together a potential business case for a couple years. But unless they can get these base costs down, the idea of a SkyTrain line to UBC will become older than any student getting off the SkyTrain to wait for a bus to head to campus. Justin McElroy, CBC News, Vancouver.